Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Victor once again. It's another day and we have another scholarship. If you're joining us for the first time, you're welcome, but where have you been? There are lots of videos already on this channel on fully funded scholarships from around the world. So look around, I'm sure you'll find something that catches your interest. And if you're a returning viewer, returning subscriber, thanks for coming back. Thanks for the constant support, and I hope you get a scholarship sooner than later. So let's get into the business of today. We are at the University of Rochester in the US in search of fully funded graduate opportunities. And this is the graduate page, the page where you have the different departments. As you can see, it's quite a long list here of several departments. So let me show you how to apply. We can begin with the chemistry department for an example. So we click on chemistry and then we click on PhD. So PhD chemistry, let's see how to apply. So this is the chemistry department, and then of course it's important to read the information about the department, read the strengths of the department, read if you need to contact a professor to apply to this department. And if there's no instruction about that, look for the contact persons still in this department to ask questions about, do I need to get a professor's green light before I apply? Of course, you can find contact persons under the People tab. So let's see how to apply and the availability of scholarships. So first of all, let's go to application fee waivers. So for chemistry department, it's the same, particularly that if you have 3/4 GPA, you get an automatic. You can see it here, automatically your application fee is waived. But if you get less than that, then you have to pay a $30 application fee. Once again, this might differ from department to department, so check for your own department and see what is obtainable. And if your GPA is less than 3, you can still get an application fee waiver if you submit your application before the 15th of November, and you can submit it through this form. So I'll take that again. If your GPA is up to 3/4 automatic, less than 3/4 you have to pay 30, but still there are some waivers for those with less than 3/4. And if you intend to be considered for the application fee for those less than 3/4, apply by November 15th, and there's a form here to ask for application fee waiver. So I think generally the application deadline for this course for chemistry is the 1st of December. So what about money issues, money, financial aid? So there's a lot of money in this department. Once again, there might be departmental variations. What you get in chemistry might be different from what you get in history. I think we'll check history shortly. So keep in mind these variations and these requirements. So here in chemistry, you get over $33,000 in stipend. You also get health insurance. So this is very generous of them. So there is money here. This is good. So go back to your own department and check what is obtainable. And of course, things like standardized test, GRE, and the rest. Check whether it's required. Here I said it's not required. Check for your own department. Here are the TOEFL exemptions. Check if your country is exempted from writing the TOEFL or the IELTS exam or the other English test. I can see Nigeria here already. So let's go back to the main page and then check for your own course. Let's say we're applying for history. So we're going to the history department, and then let's go for a PhD in history. I've told you already that for PhD and master's courses, they often have the same application requirements. So it means if you have a BSc, you can move directly to apply for a PhD instead of applying for a master's. And there is more funding for a PhD than master's in most US universities. So I hope that is clear. I'll demonstrate that a little bit in a couple of minutes. So this is history, this is the PhD. So of course you read what the department is all about, their areas of strength, the kind of research they do, and then you pitch yourself to show that you're interested in this area of research as shown on the university website or on the department website. So there are lots of information here that you're meant to read. And if you're told to write an essay on why you want to apply to this department, this is the kind of information you mention. But of course, in your own words, if you just copy and paste and put it verbatim, of course, that's plagiarism and your application will be thrown into the dustbin. So read information about the department and then digest it in your own words and then report it back to them that, oh, you covered this area of research and that is the area of research I'm actually interested in, and mention the specific area that you want to work on. So let's go straight to the application requirements and things like funding, things like application fees, and things like that. So these are the general documents they want you to provide. Every department might have their own different application requirements. So take note, this is just for history. Check for your own course. Is it mathematics? Is it biology? Is it political science? So check for your own course and see what is obtainable. So these are the different application requirements. And here you can see that they said the GRE, which is like a standardized test in the US. They said it is optional. And that's good news because if you do not have the funds, you do not have the time, you do not have to submit the application, your GRE scores at the end of the day because, as I said, it takes a lot of time to prepare. The exam is also quite expensive. So it's a good thing it's optional. If you have time, if you have the resources, of course, do it and pass very well. So here they said application fee $60. So what do we do? Imagine you're coming from a developing country where $60 is a lot of money. How do you get your application fee waived? So I'll be showing you soon how to get the fee waived. So for this department, they said the application deadline is January 15th. Once again, it might be different depending on the department you're applying to. So let's scroll down. So we'll go to the FAQ section to get more info about things like GRE. You can see here it's optional. Application fee, they said is $60 as we've seen. So how do we get a waiver? For the history department, you're advised to send an email to these people saying that you need an application fee waiver. And I've shown you in previous videos how to apply, what to include in the email. Let me just show you once again. Let's see if I can get the document once again. Let's see. Application fee. 1 minute. Let's see if I can get there. Good. I think I have it here. So this is the document. These are some of the points that you can mention when applying for an application fee waiver. There are about 5 points here. You can apply for, you can use one or two of them to apply for the waiver. So what about the English language test? You need to submit any of the GRE, not the GRE this time, like the TOEFL or the IELTS exam. Fortunately, some countries are exempted from producing any of those English language tests. And I can see my country, Nigeria, here already. So Nigeria is exempted. If you study in Nigeria, you do not need to submit any of those English language proficiency tests. And remember, this is the particular information for the history department. So you can go to your own department and check the application requirement for your own area of specialization. But then you might ask, what about funding? Do I get money for this department? How do I know that there is money? And one good thing here is that there's a tab to check for funding and fellowships. And then it said here you can see it very clearly that MA, that's master's student, only get half tuition scholarship. So for masters, you're not getting full scholarship. But look at for PhD. All admitted PhD students receive a full tuition scholarship covering the annual cost of graduate study. And then you receive a generous fellowship stipend of $22,000 for 5 years. So everything is covered, and then you receive a stipend for a PhD. So check for your own department. As I said, most times you get more funding for PhDs than for a master's. So we can go back to where we started and check for other departments. So this is biology. Can go to the PhD page once again and then see the particular requirements for the biology department. And of course, read the information, summarize them in your own words, and you'll be using the summary in your application documents. So this is biology, application materials, and then scroll down and see. For this one, the application deadline for biology is the 1st of December. You can see the difference. History said January, biology is saying December. That is why I often tell people, check for your own course, do your own research. Go straight into the web page of the department you're applying to and see their own applications requirements. So for biology as well, the application fee is $70, but then you can get waivers. However, you can get your application fee waived if you submit your application before 1st of November. A number of you might know that the 1st of November has passed already, so how do you get your fee waived? Fortunately, they say you can also submit an email to this email address after the 1st of November. So if you've not submitted your application already by the 1st of November, you can send an email requesting an application fee waiver. Under the condition of hardship, financial hardship, very similar to what we talked about in this document that I'll share with you in the description box of this video. So you can claim that you have some financial difficulties and you cannot pay, even though the 1st of November has passed. Submit it to this email address and you get your application fee waived. So once again, you see that different departments might have different procedures for application fees, different procedures for the deadline, application fee requirements, and things like that. So be careful and pay attention to the different application requirements of different departments. Having said that, I must say this very quickly. There are some departments there that might still require the GRE, or that might not waive your application fee. It's also good to look out for that. Let's check political science. So political science, let's check the PhD requirements and see if the application requirements the same or different. So let's go, admissions. Let's see if we can get a waiver and other documents and other freebies. So the deadline for this one is also the 5th of January, so that's good. Application fee $70. We regret that we are unable to consider requests for fee waivers. So you see here, unfortunately, political science isn't giving application fee waivers, and that's quite sad. The political scientist is quite sad. And here they require the GRE actually. So apart from the fact that they want you to pay application fees, they also want you to do the GRE, which is, yeah, it's a bit concerning compared to other departments. So there you go. This is political science. So once again, check for your own departments, check for your own area of specialization, and hopefully you get lots of waivers and you wouldn't have to stress yourself as the political science wants to stress us. So just one last time, let's check another department. So this is philosophy. And then we go to the application requirements. Hopefully philosophy is different. So one is due, okay, opens August, closes 15th of January. Okay, that's good. So we can scroll down. GRE is not required, that's great. So scroll down. The English test is waived for those from these countries. So that is great. Nothing much was said. Okay, the application fee said here is $70. But is there anything about a waiver? I don't think nothing was said particularly about a waiver. So you can contact them directly and ask whether they have a waiver for the application fee for philosophy department. Oh, I think it's here. The fee can be waived when circumstances warrant it. The fee can be waived when circumstances warrant it. So once again, you can send that email. Let me show you the email once again and mention one or two of these conditions in the email, kindly requesting the application fee waiver. I think we're in philosophy, right? Where is philosophy? I think here, this is philosophy. So funding, let's check if they have funding as well. Because what is the use getting your application fee waived and everything if there is no funding? So as you can see, there is funding here over $22,000, and it might even rise to $28,000 at the end of the day. So there is funding when you get in. So that's it, guys. I hope this was useful. Of fully funded graduate opportunities in the US with application fee waivers, with GRE waivers, with IELTS TOEFL waivers. So in case you're still looking for schools to apply to, I think this is one of the schools you can take advantage. If you've already applied to other universities, of course, you can add this to your catalog of universities. So apply to as many universities as possible. And even if you get multiple offers, it's a good thing. Then you can select, you can become very picky and go for the university with the highest benefit, with the highest fee, with the highest stipend or something like that. So as usual, guys, we cannot wait to celebrate you. So get to work, start putting your documents together, and I will see you at the top sooner than later. Bye-bye for now. Cheers.